Good morning to all my awesome friends and family. I'm sharing the flowers that I just planted in my backyard last week. I planted a bunch of sunflowers. It's a mixed variety, and I can have some beautiful tall flowers that will look beautiful for the summer. And then of course my beautiful tall sunflowers to give a little bit of contrast. And to have something lower to the ground and have some color, I planted some of these wonderful flowers too, dwarf variety, but they don't get too big and floppy. And let's see how it's all turning out. I planted a few flowers here too, already up for it to have a little more color a little sooner. But as you can see, there is a few little green things popping up out of the ground now. Don't know if they're my seeds or something else. And over here we have some more coming up too. When you use seeds, you never know what you're going to have and what's going to happen. Well, we'll come back and give another check next week and see what we have. As you can see, my sunflowers are coming up. Maybe I have too many in here, maybe I don't. I have a few things I need to pull out, but I have a lot of stuff coming up. And I planted some other flowers in here with my sunflowers, but I don't think they're coming up or something happened to them. Of course, I have snails everywhere. Maybe they managed to get them. I have a bare spot over there. I'm going to have to see if I can find something to fill in with. And I probably could dig some of these sunflowers up and move them over there, but I don't know how they'll do being dug up. And I don't want to kill them. And I do have some other things in here, so we'll see. I may throw some more flower seeds in here and see what happens. Oh well, we just do the best we can. But as you can see, I do have some big sunflowers coming up. Being there's so many planted so close together, they probably won't get as big as they normally would. But you know, I really don't care. I'll be just happy if they get some beautiful sunflowers on them, even if they're small. I do have some supports that I just put in here that I bought, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. They're not new. Eventually I'm going to paint them white. I really don't like black that well. I think the white pops in the garden better. And I have a pair of them, and they're going to flank each side of my and this tree is getting cut out by the gardener when he comes this coming week. Well, here's the update of all my beautiful sunflowers. And they're growing by leaps and bounds, as you can tell. Need to get in here and do some weeding also, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing. have to go back and see the date I planted the seeds. But just from last week, they have really started to take off. You couldn't even see them from the front back here, and now you can. I'm going to take a video next week and show how beautiful they're going to look, because they're moving right along. I want to go in here and add some new containers and plant them before I take any more update pictures of the front back flower bed where the topsy-turvy is at. I didn't get many sunflower seeds that came up over in this area, but that's still fine. I still have enough, and I probably have too many planted in the other area. But the trouble was, I was afraid if I started messing with it, I might kill them. So I said, forget it. And I need a lot more work done over here, and I will start working on it. Well, I've been working on it. It's not like I'm not. It's just I'm old, and I only can do so much. And on top of that, I'm working a full-time job. And working extra hours to pay for my dental. So I'm pretty well all I can do right now. So I don't know how much I'll get done this year, but I am working on it, and we will see how much I can accomplish. Going to try to get some grandkids over here and see if I can get a little more free labor out of them. But the trouble is, all my grandkids are older and they all have jobs. So, and some of them have children, so it's hard for them to find time. And I understand. So it's not like I'm being not. Look at how beautiful my sunflowers are growing. I cannot wait to see what it's going to look like next week. And see, some of them are growing up inside my little towers that I put in here. I don't know how that's going to look. I just put them in there just to put them somewhere. I really bought them for tomato cages, and believe it or not, they're too small. My tomatoes get too big. So I'll use them for something. I will eventually paint them white. I don't really like black. I don't think they pop in the garden black. They just sort of blend and you don't even know they're there. So they will get painted with white. I just haven't done it yet. It's just like a lot of things. I have lots of projects to do, but they haven't been done yet. And I should have told you this one even has more inside of it. And I'm sure it's going to look beautiful. They're planted really too close. I don't know how big they're going to get being this close. And they don't get as much sun as they used to here because my neighbor behind me put a wood fence in. But they're going to still get some sun. And they're still growing and they're still doing fine. So I don't want to complain. Well, thought I'd just give you an update on my sunflowers, and I think they're doing pretty good. What do you think?